Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
And welcome to Johnny Woodard presents Broken Simulation with Johnny Woodard and that guy. Johnny, how are you?
You're that guy, huh?
Yeah, I'm that guy. Oh, you that guy? Yeah,
You're that
I'm
guy.
that guy.
He's that guy.
Johnny,
He's that
good to be
dude.
back. Good to be back in the mix. How's the feedback been on the last couple episodes? Now we're cranking out more.
Really good. Yeah, the feedback's been great. The feedback's always great on it. It kind of embarrasses me sometimes how
Why?
good the feedback. Like, I don't take compliments.
Why
well,
can't you take compliments on your show that you produce and star in?
It makes me feel awkward. You probably get that too, where you feel kind of uncomfortable taking compliments.
No, I feel great.
You
I love
just love it.
No,
Yeah.
because it took so long to get it.
Okay.
Like when I was first on Death Squad, I was hated by everybody. I like
do you
Ari.
mean?
I was just not a popular guy in Death Squad. Like
With the fans, you mean?
yeah,
Or,
like
no shit.
Ari, Duncan, the Seguros all were crushing
That's
it.
so funny because that's how I first heard you. It was on Rogan, and
Dude,
I thought
Tim
you were.
Full
I loved you talking about porn stars and all that. Dude, I thought you were fucking great, man.
Dude, it was very weird. Like people just weren't into it.
Got to find people who vibe with your thing, though, right? That's the way it works. And
You know, and it's just like now that like the internet has kind of pushed forward on what is acceptable and made television deal with the internet. When we were doing when we first started, right, Death Squad, Ice House Chronicles, that was outlaw shit. Right? That was super outlaw shit. And people were still in the television network mindset. Right? So I'm doing all this, having all these great conversations with these porn stars. Nobody wanted to listen to it. And then over time now, because the internet's taken over, all this like OnlyFans, it's everywhere. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Now it's acceptable.
See, I
like
would've
what
loved
Legion of Skanks doing right now, which is fucking hilarious. And then, all that group. And then the Seguras are crushing it. And they're doing like, the Seguras, like your mom's house is like when I first started doing stand-up. That's what I dreamed of. Like that kind of brand where you could say and do anything you want.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
they're
just
lucky.
like, they're so good. Like they have blessings. I know Tom forever wanted to be on TV. I'm like, it would just slow you down, dude. Why do you want a boss?
Yeah, you reach less people, have less freedom. That's
Yeah, and
basically
have
what you're.
somebody could never do what you do in a million years tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No.
So Johnny, I was watching once in a while. Just watch a couple seconds of Conspiracy Social Club.
Yeah, I've heard you do that sometimes when I come in. You'll be listening back to it.
I'll listen to it, and Johnny, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what it is about
Always
that
do.
show. Okay, thank you. I don't know what it is about that show. I always have tweaker energy. I don't know what it is.
That's you, dude. No, that's you always. It's not just on that show. You always have that energy.
Always, like I'm always doing like this.
Yeah.
So I'm fucked basically for the rest of my life. Once a tweaker, always a tweaker.
It's not. I mean, it's just people are gonna think that you're tweaking. Yeah. But
I know, I get that.
Chris Neff gets that. He's all the time. He's like, "Oh, Sam, you're tweaking."
I
I'm
know.
like, dude, no, that's just he's.
I
Like
don't
that.
know how I purposely don't jack up on coffee before I do Conspiracy Social Club because I come off tweaky. Like I don't take my vitamins that make me feel great.
So wait, so that's so you are purposely kind of making yourself less happy just so you don't come across as
Tweaky.
a tweaker on
and then like I'll go and
internet.
I'll take my vitamins. I'll go work out. But I was watching it today. I was just like, I'm like, why do I do that?
Well, some of the mouth thing is you
Talking to myself.
Yeah, and wanting to jump in, like and thinking like, oh, I got this in the
So
chamber.
I'm like a young black girl trying to jump in on double dutch. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
You're kind of getting the rhythm.
I'm cool with that. You know what else I've noticed? That I have resting bitch face.
Yeah, I have that too.
Like,
well, let me see yours. What is it?
Like I could just like when I'm really
Yeah.
like I watch some of these guys. They always have light, and they're always like, "Hey, it's morning zoo-ish." To the point, I get resentful because I just can't be that all the time. So look at me trying to do that right now. I'm like, hey,
It's fake though. You know,
morning
it's fake.
zoo.
Those people are faking it.
know.
Nobody's like that.
I know, but when I watch me, so like, I think Robin clipped a broken sim, and like the first couple seconds of it, I have resting bitch face.
Yeah.
I don't have funny energy. Like when I watch myself do stand up, right? I watch myself do stand up, and I had to learn to teach myself to fake smile because I have such resting bitch face.
That's funny.
And like people are like, is this guy serious? It's like I have really resting bitch face. It's horrible for stand up, great for walking alone at night. You know what I'm saying? Like through dark, dangerous areas.
Yeah, I have that too, but more of like it hurts me in like social settings.
Like, Johnny's
like, well, I just remember in like school and stuff, walking around, people would be like, "Dude, you completely ignored me in the hallway today," and stuff. Like, and I would be, I wasn't looking. You know, I'm not looking for people to talk to while I'm walking around.
That, dude.
So like I'm the last person if I'm in public to recognize like, oh, there's fucking Tommy from Laurel Hill. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm really
I'll never
bad
see.
about
I'm just
that,
walk.
too.
I'm like
I'm really bad
I'm going to
about
where I'm
that,
going,
too.
you know. And I look angry.
Who did I see today?
Probably because I am.
That obviously did not remember me
Oh really? That's the best.
and was just going with it. Hey!
That's so funny.
Oh, Daryl Hammond. That's who it was.
Really? Where'd you see him?
He was, I brought my kids to Swingers today.
Oh, I thought that place closed.
No, it's back open.
Oh great.
And it's so funny. I'm a great tipper. Do you know why?
I am too.
Because Dana runs people. That's why. And I feel that. She runs them. I'm like, dude, date.
What was she doing? What but like the
She's like, can we play? I'm like, dude, just chill. Why? We're in no hurry. Yes. We're in no hurry. Chill out. Like, I'm like, okay, don't spit in the drink, please. Please don't spit.
I honestly don't know how you guys haven't killed each other as long as you guys have been together, because the way she talks to you sometimes with no respect is something that I know really grinds you down.
Yeah,
and
I mean, but
I'm surprised you haven't thrown her out a window.
well, it's like at some point you just like, okay, she knows me, I know her.
Yeah,
we have a mutual agreed ceasefire right now, and we're fine.
It's like the Soviet Union and the United States.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, it's just like, you know, it's like today, like I went running, right? And so you know who I saw? Have you ever seen the girl that looks like a chunky Ronda Rousey? Have you ever seen the internet girl who's on YouTube and she's like, always does white trash girl, really funny?
Nah.
That's her.
She doesn't look like Ronda Rousey. She's like Ronda
No,
Rousey
and I
on
love
a
this chick. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
trailer trash Tammy.
Yeah.
Ask Travis Tritt a question. Now that looks like the funniest
but I
video.
think-
Hey Travis, Tammy here. Big fan. I think you had some of the best music videos of the 90s.
Hell yeah, you do.
I think your performance in your video Tell Me I Was Dreaming should have won an Oscar.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
My question
You
to
tell
you
it.
is,
Are you
I
agreeing
know
with
you've
her?
done a
Oh,
lot
hell
of
yeah.
acting in your career. Which do you prefer? Full-time rock star or full-time movie star? Love ya.
Love you too. That's a good question, man, because at certain points of popularity,
Does Theo have
they
Travis
start to
Tritt
offer
on
you
the show? Is
things
that really what's
that they
happening?
might not have offered
That's
you.
so
You don't have to
funny.
go into that room
But
and
can we
audition
come
as
to a
much.
grips? I actually love Theo Vaughn.
He's the best, yeah.
He's the best. He got a hair transplant to get more mullet,
His hair is amazing, yeah.
but he got a hair transplant to get more mullet.
He's the cheat code.
It's crazy though.
I mean, he's got random
That's a
Zizi
little
hair.
cuckoo.
Yeah.
He got black belt and crazy, right?
It works for him though.
It does work
it
for him.
totally fits what he's going
does
for.
work for him. But that is a black belt in cuckoo crazy. Yeah?
What is that
Man,
liquid
I have
death shit? I
no
see a lot of people
aspirations
drinking that.
whatsoever about being an
Oh,
actor.
stop. Do you think he uses a blow dryer on his hair?
Theo or Travis Tritt?
Either.
Travis Tritt, definitely.
Dude,
'Cause
that
he's
is a
of that
blow
age.
dried hair. Him, David Spade, both blow dry their hair.
What is that they're drinking? Liquid death. Oh, this is this shit where you have to sell your soul to get a sample of it. This
What?
is what he's drinking. Watch this, dude.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Look at this. Sell your soul right here. This is what he's drinking on that show. They're both drinking it.
Oh
and
my
if you can sign this right
God.
here. It says, selling your soul to join the club gets you 1 free liquid death tea, exclusive access to club-only merch, early access to limited edition merch, invites to
I did
private
not
shows
know
and events,
this.
and all kinds of other cool shit we can't tell you about yet. You can sell your
Okay,
soul,
this sounds shady as shit.
or you can pay cash.
And they sponsored Conspiracy Social Club. I did not know any of this.
Liquid Death did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got to bring that up with Brian. Brian knows CIA people, CFR people.
Look
He
at the
knows
cost. If you want to
FBI.
pay cash, it's $125,000. So you can either sell your soul or pay $125,000.
Hold on, no. That's a country club. But
no, look.
that's the water?
No, look. Yeah. This is if you want to join the club. Yeah, that's
Okay.
their club. You can either sell your soul or
Johnny,
pay cash.
why didn't you tell me this before?
I just noticed it the other day because I was on somebody else's podcast or something like that. Maybe Theo's.
So, Johnny, look at the chick who boxed Paige Van Zandt. And by the way, is there anybody better in life right now? Johnny, if you could be friends with anybody right now, who would you want to be friends with? Anybody.
Like legit solid friends?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Paige Van Zandt is mine.
Probably one of these Russian oligarchs trying to hide their money. I'd be like,
Yeah, that'd be great.
yeah, send some my way.
But I would like to be friends with Paige Van Zandt because nobody has leaned more into the filth than her. Like, she leans into the filth, bro.
I'll just say I feel like you're not getting all you could out of this be a friend with anybody opportunity. You could do a little better than Paige Van Zandt. You could make friends with somebody that could get you to the point where you could buy Paige Van Zandt.
Okay,
If you
it
play it
wasn't
right.
that deep of a question.
It was to me.
It was just me
What am I
trying to get
looking
to
for
look
here?
at half-naked pictures
Oh,
of
okay.
Paige Van Zandt. Her new Instagram is fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, well,
And she's just into the filth. Look at this.
Oh, what is she? Oh,
Look
I
at, go
haven't
back.
seen.
Go down a little more.
I don't know.
Like, dude, she's just leaning into it. Look at her friend,
It's
Phil.
so funny. She's putting this on Instagram, and we'll probably get in trouble on YouTube for showing her Instagram. Isn't that hilarious?
Why?
I don't. They just hate
Dude,
us.
what kind of look at that picture? Look at that, dude. Isn't that great? Is that
She's
like,
obviously setting herself up for post fighting.
No,
right
she's
now.
pretty. She's now signed with EAE Wrestling.
AEW.
Yeah, like she's with. Like she gets it, dude. Like she is not like. Like, I think there's something about women in entertainment. There's like this push to be like, respect yourself. Gotta be
Yeah.
you and I'll let you. Respect. Paige Van Zandt's like, who wants to put sauce on this face, right? Like, she's just leaning into it.
I think
and
it's-
she's got that nice thick look. Go up. Ladies, this is what guys like. Look up, go up. Thick. There's meat on the bones. That's what guys like. Stop with the like anorexic shit.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
I feel like so much, Johnny. I know you want to talk on your own show, but I'm on a roll right now. Okay, I feel like there's so much
such a creep.
in Hollywood, right? Is like women just trying to impress other women. When I look at Paige Van Zandt, she's like, boners. Everyone's getting boners. Do you want a boner? Paige Van Zandt's giving boners, right? All day. Look at that.
It's just- yeah, I something about the name Paige.
Look at the upside down
She's
picture.
not that wide. I mean, she's just ripped up, dude. She's shredded.
Yeah, I mean, but she's not.
Remember,
like
it's something about the name
anorexic.
Paige, though. Remember that wrestler Paige that had all those videos come out of her just boning guys?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she blew some guy
Yeah.
while on the phone with her boyfriend.
Yeah, don't name your daughter Paige.
Yeah,
That's what we've
you're
learned
taking a
today.
risk, yeah.
Don't like that. Why upside
Why-
down?
yeah, I don't know that.
Why upside down? Why are you doing it? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, dude, we're
Like,
back.
could
to these-
she even get anything out of doing Playboy? Like, would that even do anything for her career? Probably not, right? At this point.
At this point?
She's reaching just as many people on Instagram.
At this point? No. Like, why would you
Holy
do
cow.
that?
I mean, what on earth? I bet she has the special order of these yoga pants
Yeah.
to fit it, just to fit all
Yeah.
that in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's great shit.
Creepy dude hour is over.
Yeah, dude. Scary dude hour. Is that what this is called?
Creepy dude
Hey,
hour.
dude, look at that one right there. That's what dreams are made
This
of.
right here?
Right. Oh, yeah. That's what dreams are made of right there. Nothing wrong with that. And then again, can we go to, dude, we should just do segments on yoga thoughts, dude. Yoga thoughts.
Yeah, we got this thing. Sam every now and then, and by every now and then I mean like
Daily.
once every 2 hours. Yeah, will send me the thumbnail from a yoga video on YouTube with just some chick with her full ass and
And
plus
just
out
like
in the air.
babies come out of here. And just like the yoga pants. Like, you know, they yank it even more,
yeah.
just so you can get
Like
you
two
can
sizes
you
too
can read
small.
braille of her pussy, right?
It's just. Oh man.
Okay, enough creeping,
It's,
Johnny. I moved on. You're still creeping.
uh-huh.
I moved on. You're still creeping.
Sure.
Anyways,
Sleeping on a lousy mattress is terrible. I know, I did it for years. Then I realized how stupid it was to spend 7 hours every night being uncomfortable. That's when I first learned about Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Everybody is unique, and Helix knows that, so they have several different mattress models to choose from. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses great for cooling you down if you sleep hot, and even a Helix Plus mattress for plus-size folks. I took the Helix quiz. I was matched to the Midnight mattress because I wanted something that feels soft, but I also toss and turn all night. I love it. It's a huge upgrade over the mattress we had before, which had a giant divot in it. It's soft, but not too soft. It's fantastic. If you're looking for a mattress, take the quiz, order the mattress you're matched to, and it comes in a surprisingly small box, shipped right to your door for free, and you don't ever need to go to the mattress store again. Helix is awesome, but don't take my word for it. Why would you? Helix has been awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired magazines. Just go to helixsleep.com/broken and take their 2-minute sleep quiz. They will match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/broken. Again, that is helixsleep.com/broken.
so go look at the chick that Paige Van Zandt fought. Bare knuckle fighting. Okay? And I'll bring this full circle.
Rachel Ostovich, is that her?
So Rachel Ostovich, I'm pretty sure today, was hanging out with white trash Amy, but that's not Amy's real name. Can we find out what her real name is? Because I feel bad calling her white trash
Wait,
Amy.
that's her nickname. She chose that nickname, though, I think. I mean, that's like she's branding that.
Yeah. So this is the chick I'm 99% sure was hanging out.
Let's just Google them together. White trash. Where did you see white trash Amy?
Can I get into this? Can I get into
I
this?
would love it.
So,
begging
yeah,
you.
this is her. This is her. Yep, she looked just like that, a little different. So, but her tits were just huge, bro. She had fat mammies. I don't know if she's like gave up on fighting, but I'm pretty sure it's her allegedly. I can only say allegedly, right? I can only say because it could be some other half Asian chick trying to get some shit going, right? So they're at the park where I have my kids, and I'm hanging out, and I'm like, oh, Dana, look at it. It's that chick is famous for playing white trash characters, like Fat Ronda Rousey, right?
I'm not sure she's playing a character, if I'm being honest.
I don't think that's who she is.
She might be leaning into it a little bit. I don't think she's like Larry the Cable Guy, though, where she's like Marvin or whatever in real life. And then
So she was at the park with this smoke show. I'm 99. Yeah, look at those mammies right there, right? Like in some pictures, she doesn't look like she has big mammies. And then in these pictures, she has giant fucking mammies.
I'm sure the ones where she's trying to, fight or whatever, she's pressing them down, or when she's cutting weight.
Yeah, do you think, sports bra probably pushes it down.
Oh, yeah.
And,
'Cause they don't want them.
Are you allowed to punch in tits in women's sport fighting?
Oh, that's Are you allowed to punch titties in women's MMA? Huh. No rule against it. Big John has been asked a bunch of times on Twitter. It's just dudes like us. Hey, Big John, are you allowed to hit in the tits or what?
Can you hit the tits, man? Okay, we'll get back to Big John. So, anyways, I'm there, and they're hanging out in a van. And the only reason I'm telling this story, what?
A van down by the river.
Well, this is more at the park. And they were there all day because I
Wait,
went back to the park a second time to go run because I'm trying to run because, Johnny, I don't know if you know this, but when a man hits 35 years old, how old are you?
35, 36.
Okay, so it's starting for you. Rigor mortis, Johnny, does not hit when you die. Rigor mortis is a slow process. that happens. It just gets sped up when you're dead. You're sorry, dude. As soon as you hit 35, rigor mortis is setting in. It's just setting in, and if you don't keep moving, your body coagulates. And because of my heavy leg syndrome,
Okay.
that I got.
Wait. Has it been downgraded from super heavy legs to just heavy legs?
Well, here's the thing. My legs, because of the work on my legs and the fasting, my legs have definitely gotten smaller. Right? Okay. There has been a giant kind of like negative side to fasting.
Did your dick get smaller?
I'm not
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Johnny, look at this.
What? Hold on. No.
Johnny, look at this.
I got the camera right here. I don't want to see
Johnny, no ass. Look at that.
it. You never had an ass.
Look at that, Johnny. I go back,
Okay, put your pants on.
crack, legs, no ass. But dude, I love this.
Dude. Nobody wants to. This is YouTube, man.
Oh, sorry, dude. I mean, dude, look at it. It makes me
I'm
look
cutting the
like-
camera away from
What?
you. Nobody wants to see that.
Johnny,
Put your pants on.
Oh, really?
You have no ass though.
I know.
But I feel like you've always had no ass.
No, I had a little.
I'm the
ass
complete
before.
opposite. I have total ass.
Prove it.
I'm not sure. Nobody wants to see
Show
that.
me your donka donk.
Nobody wants to see that.
Show me
either.
your donka donk. Johnny. So, anyways, right? What are you doing, Johnny?
I just fucking accidentally tore this page.
What,
I was
out of
trying
excitement of seeing my ass?
No, I was trying to pick up my pen to write a note.
And what are you gonna write, Johnny?
I'm writing to make sure I fucking know when to obscure your fucking dick and balls from this feed in case I have to edit it out.
So, anyways, Johnny. So I am. I go there. I know said girls. I go, hey. She's hanging out with two really hot chicks. One of them, I come to realize, is this chick.
Okay.
Is a hot, like, what is that? Can you look up what is her nationality? Because I don't want to miss. Rachel Oleszka. What do you think
Ostovich or Ostovich?
is what racial group? Ask.
You want to guess first?
I think there's some Asian and Latino in there.
Well, now Ostovich or whatever is going to be something like Eastern European
Yeah, I could
or
see
Russian.
that. I could see that.
But I'm going to say she's got like South American and Eastern European mixed
All
together.
right, can you look it up?
Yeah, let's see. She is American.
Okay.
Oh, no, she's born in Hawaii.
Okay. Oh, she's Hawaiian. I wonder if she taught pigeon, yeah? Huh?
But let's.
Oh, so I would say she's
then-
Latino. Latino or Hawaiian. Like
Well,
whatever.
They're from Hawaii, yeah.
Okay, so that's what? Polynesian? Anyways, so she's there and I'm trying to learn to run again because I have super heavy legs, I have coagulated, and I'm trying to stop Johnny, the rigor mortis from coming in. So I'm moving. And I'm trying to, I can only walk right now. I'm trying to run a little more. I got super heavy legs. It's hard.
You were never a runner to begin with, let's be honest. I mean, it's not your forte, let's say. Your fort is, you're
Johnny, don't look up that video.
Yeah, you know.
No, we've already shown that video here before. Johnny, I got to tell you, I got to finish the story and I got something to tell you. Okay. Stop it.
We just
Johnny.
got to show, just so people can see what.
I love that it's always right to me, too, because you're always going back to it.
Yeah. It's just the intensity, the effort.
Yeah, look at me trying, Johnny.
And you're just beating your feet right into the ground.
Look at me trying. I'm trying so hard.
You try hard.
I do, Johnny. So I'm running, right? So you might actually like this story. So I'm trying to run. So White Trash Amy and this chick, they're hanging out with a group. It literally looks like they're like Ghost Hunters Scooby-Doo crew. Like that's the crew they're hanging out with.
Yeah,
like,
those people don't match. Like her and some hot chick MMA
it's like a bad Ghost Hunter show, right? It's like White Trash Amy, this hot MMA fighter,
I
and
got
a bunch
so
of
cold
nerd
when I walked in the room.
dorks. Like literally, it looks like every show on the CW right now, right?
Something just touched my back.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yikes! You know, it's like, what are we doing here? So, anyways, I'm running. So she is like in like a weird, like she has her hair up like the hot chick in Street Fighter, the video game.
Ostovich or
Stovich.
Okay.
So look up the hot chick in Street Fighter.
know who you're talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
The hot one. She has her hair like that.
Well, we saw a photo of her just a second ago with that hair.
Yeah. So she has her hair up like that, looking like she's straight out Street Fighter.
Listen
Yeah,
right here.
totally like that. Minus that weird shit. Minus, but that's exactly how her hair looks, right? And I'm running, trying my hardest, and then when I would come by, she did this multiple times. When I would come by, she would just do like some weird shit that would make her tits bounce.
Which one? Ostovich.
Yeah, Stovich. Her tits would just bounce.
You think she was trying to distract you from your running?
I think that they were trying to film like her like getting guys to kind of stare at her tits, which is all TikTok is now, right? Have you been on TikTok?
No,
It's
no.
just like, watch me, I'm a hot chick. Watch me get guys to drool over my butt, and that's every video now on TikTok.
These guys are just all pieces of shit, and we.
They're like, oh my god, look how simple guys are. They all just want to eat my butt. Comedy, right? That's what it is.
Yeah. You're so right. It's kind of like this is how she had her hair in the middle here.
Yeah, that's it. And she would just bounce around
What was she wearing again?
like, well,
Not this.
no, but I forgot what she was wearing earlier, but it was like, okay, you're hot. And then this time she was wearing something where it looked like she could eat, she was like a hot chick trying to play an orphan looking for porridge. Like that's literally the look. I'm like,
They must have been going for what you're saying then, because they had her kind of dressed down. Like,
Yeah.
look, I'm not even trying
but
to be hot.
In the shirt, you could tell she had fat cans. Like big fat cans.
I hope you got caught looking.
I'm sure I did.
I hope you're going to be the star of a TikTok
I hope
video
so,
that
too.
gets
I
80
could
million
use-
views.
I could use that 80 million
Yeah,
views.
you know how
Well,
that works.
You know, I'll be like up there with Chad Zumach and Josh Nasser. You just can't tell people that these are fake views. They lose their fucking skull. So, Johnny.
Sorry, Chad.
Sorry, Chad. It's fake views. Sorry. It's just fake fucking views. I got a lot of things to talk about today, Johnny.
Let's do it.
One thing I want to talk to you about is I'm taking my recovery very serious.
Was this the thing that you said you wanted to talk to me about? You while you were talking about this, you were like, and I gotta talk.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So right now I'm on my fourth step in my sobriety, and you write
Wait, are
down.
you gonna apologize to me?
No, that's the fifth step,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
Okay, I'll be
I'm
waiting.
at the fourth step.
I'll be waiting for
and
that.
that is about resentments, and you're fucking on it. Okay?
What the
you're
fuck?
on my resentment list.
What the fuck?
Because you don't respect me, man.
What are you talking about?
You need to respect me, Johnny.
Wait, it's letting go of resentments, though, right?
No, I'm allowed to lean into them in the fourth step. In fifth step, I let go of them. Okay? You bring up the video of me running stupid, huh?
Wait,
Joining in
hold
on
on. Did I make you run stupid?
Yeah, but you showed me running stupid when that was a long time ago.
Oh, you didn't know the camera was there?
I did
when I
know the
filmed that?
camera was there. Okay?
So
But the
how
point
is this
you,
on me? I
You
don't
take
understand.
joy in making me look stupid.
Oh,
and I have
and
a resentment.
And I guess you hate it when I look stupid, huh?
Well, yeah.
You lying piece of shit.
Johnny, you need to respect me, okay?
I do respect you,
You
though.
have
You know
no
that.
respect for me, Johnny. You have none.
Anytime I'm out of your sight, I take up for you.
Oh, now
when
you're
people
looking
talk
it up
shit.
again,
Well,
see?
you just told me to bring it up.
I
Wait.
did tell you to bring it
Yes,
up.
you did.
No, I did not. I said you bring it up.
By the
and I
way,
told
you got
not to.
punked on last week's episode when you said
I did not get punked.
when you said that, hey, what? I didn't come up with the name of the episode. Sam Tripoli sucks off his famous friends, and then I cut in the video of you saying, "Oh, I guess this is gonna be
okay.
called."
See, Johnny. See, passive aggressive, Johnny. Passive aggressive.
I don't think you know what passive aggressive means because there's nothing passive aggressive
You're
about that.
passive aggressive.
That's regular aggressive. That's just aggressive. That's not passive aggressive.
Respect on that, Johnny. So a couple other people on my list. Kawhi Leonard, he's on my resentment list because the guy's like, I got an ouchie. I can't play right now for another season. Everybody with a big podcast that don't ask me to be on their podcast.
What about
anymore.
Nick Youssef? He on there?
Is Nick Youssef? No.
You don't-
We made cool.
False flag. Okay.
We made cool.
That's good.
Everybody
Google
who
that.
has a big What? Is he talking mad shit still?
No, I'm saying people should Google if they want to watch a funny meltdown of Sam. Google Nick Youssef. Sam
Yeah.
Tripoli.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Well, flag,
Johnny,
bro.
the point is, I'm working on my resentments.
Let's hear the rest
bro.
of them. Come on.
No, I'm not going to give you them all, but I'm just giving you a call. Like, everybody that won't put me on their podcast, I have a resentment against them, okay?
Name names.
All of them.
Just
name
anybody.
name a podcast, Johnny.
Theo Vaughn's podcast.
Yep. Name another one.
Tom Segura's podcast.
Yep. Name another one.
Tom Green's podcast.
Yes. Name another one.
Jimmy Fallon's podcast.
Yeah. Name another one. Just name them.
Guys we fuck.
Yeah. They won't put me on that one. Do you guys actually have sex with them to go on their show? What if that?
Call her daddy. How about that?
Yeah.
You're
Nothing. Johnny, I'm podcasting
The
gold.
Stephen A. Smith podcast.
Johnny, I'm podcasting gold. Nobody will have me on because I'm dangerous. And that was resentments with Sam Tripoli right there. So I just need to know you're on the fucking list, bro.
Well, I want you just to hurry to the next step where you have to apologize to me.
I will not be apologizing to you. Okay? Just know that, bro. And by the way, I love the Seguras. They don't have to have me on. They had me on many times. I love them very much. They helped me out when I needed help. So thank you. I love you. That's my super fast talking disclaimer guy. Okay?
This Stovich, I kind of like her. Well, she
She's
seems
hot.
like she's your type too.
What's my type, Johnny? Living, breathing?
Nah, yeah, well, thick and like dark hair.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like she like maybe has like a black
To be honest with you,
ancestor.
Johnny,
Like way
honestly,
up.
can I be honest with you? If that was her, in fact, that was her, she's too short. I'm,
you?
Yeah, I'm not into short chicks.
Really
Yeah, dude. I want Amazon bitches.
bigger than you.
Dude, if I could meet a girl my height, that would be perfect.
What about like Candace? What's her name? The like married Sheldon Williams. You know?
Yeah, all day.
She's like 6'10", something like that.
No, she's not
6'9". What is she? I thought she was like
See
freakish.
how tall she is, Candace.
What's her? I
Parker.
can't remember. Parker, right?
Now you know who else is hot?
Oh, she's like 6'4". I thought she was like insanely
Oh
tall.
yeah, that's my dream right there.
Okay.
Tall bitch. Tall bitch.
That's weird. I thought she was way taller than that.
You know who else is hot? Candace Thompson, the comedian, who is, she's hot too. Her nickname in high school was Thick.
Here's the tallest ever WNBA player, Margot Didek, 7 feet 4 inches. Look at this chick.
Do you think she was in the dick or pussy?
She was into whatever could reach her. Whatever could kind
Dude,
of
if
climb
you
up there.
could mate her with Shaquille O'Neal, we may see the first ever 8-foot person.
Yao Ming, can you imagine? Oh my
If
god,
she banged Yao Ming, that kid would be 9 foot tall.
that would be you. If you wanted to see what biblical Goliath was like,
Yeah.
that would be the child.
Dude, she would have Nephilim crawling out of her snatch.
Well, the Nephilim would see her kid and be confused. They'd be
What
like,
would
"Wait,
happen in the hospital,
Who's been
Johnny?
fucking down there?"
Her legs would open, and then you would just see like a vortex open, and that baby crawl right out, like fucking from a
fully
lower
formed,
dimension.
yeah. Like the end of Rosemary's Baby, where you see the devil's face or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Was she any good?
Let's see. She was a 2-time All-Star. Yeah, 03 and 06.
Oh, she played for 10 years. That's pretty good.
That's a real career. I mean,
Johnny, what do you think about Brittany Griner? Have we talked about that?
No, not on here. No,
What's your thoughts?
we don't carry your drugs into authoritarian countries. First of all, that's stupid.
Dude, I mean, if you had to list let's list our top 5 countries
North Korea.
you never want to go to jail.
North Korea is one.
North Korea, China, Russia, right?
Yeah, Russia. Any of
Anything
those?
in that area.
Yeah, any of those
You're
like
not going to jail.
Vietnam area, like down that
Not
way.
in
yeah.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like, aren't those like some of those places where they
Cambodia,
stop feeding you after 6 months?
Yeah.
They just stop feeding you, and you just got to figure it out.
That's so funny. Yeah, no,
It's not funny, dude.
No, I mean this idea that, and we talked about it on Punch Drunk, but I read a Deadspin story that said that somehow it's our fault. We let Britney down
Yeah.
by not attending WNBA games and supporting them so they could afford to pay her enough to compete with Russia, who the government in Russia subsidizes that shitty league so that they can have players on their national team. And so really, we should be blaming her
Yeah.
for going over there, taking that filthy money
Yeah.
to supporting the
Johnny.
Russian regime.
Do you think Brittany Griner
You dumb
comes
bitch.
back less patriotic or way more patriotic?
Oh, interesting.
Is she like Don King with just waving a fucking American flag?
What if she just goes native, like stays over there? She's like, I'm Russian now.
She's like got Stockholm syndrome?
I love Russia.
She's like, I love Mother Russia.
I'm no longer lesbian. I love Putin. I'm.
What if she comes
Putin.
back pregnant?
I'm Putin sexual. She's just pregnant with Putin's kid.
Comes back
Oh,
preggo.
God.
She's like, I like dick now, babe. Sorry. Got that sausage. Speaking of the Olympics, Johnny, do you know the Paralympics are going on right now?
Yeah, I saw it on ESPN or something like that. Yeah, it popped up.
What is the measurements for how paralyzed or handicapped you have to be?
Oh, we looked into this a couple weeks ago because you were trying to figure out if you could qualify with your super heavy legs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
it's not as bad as you might think. Like it includes.
like what if I'm a D1 athlete who stutters? Can I go over there and
hold on. I
dominate?
might be confusing the Special Olympics with the Paralympics. Hold on. Let me see. What qualifies?
Like if I cut off my small toe, am I paralyzed enough to go dominate?
Here we go. The categories are impaired muscle power, impaired passive range of movement, limb deficiency. That means you're missing a limb.
Does my pinky toe count?
Here's one you could get in on. Leg length difference, short stature. So if you're just short, hypertonia, ataxia, athetosis.
Dude, are you
vision
telling me there's
impairment.
little people?
Wait, I got you. Intellectual impairment. You're in, dude. You're in there.
Johnny, I could go,
It's clean, man. Yeah, intellectual impairment. You can't tell me.
so I could just dominate.
I think you would dominate, and we just saw you run, buddy. I don't think you would.
I bet you I could kill them in basketball.
Let's watch the Paralympic basketball, and let's just see if you think you could.
Is it that murder ball shit where they just do it? They just like they go Mad Max in wheelchairs with each other.
I don't fucking know. Let's see. Oh, it is that wheelchair shit. Yeah, you would lose to them in wheelchair.
I
for
would.
Sure. Yeah.
I would.
Paralympic like running though. Let's see.
Well, what about the guy that had the blades that killed the hot chick?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what it's going to be. It's all dudes on blades that would destroy you in running, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Whoever was running right there, I would dominate them.
No, you would not.
Whoever that was running, I would dominate them.
Look
Now,
at those
I couldn't beat
dudes.
these guys. I couldn't beat the blade guys. But who's that dude? Is he a blade guy too? No, see, he ran normal. He's a normal dude. No, I probably couldn't beat him. What's his problem?
I think he might be like you,
What?
intellectually deficient.
Johnny, that was racist, bro. Johnny,
Well,
you're so
there's
racist.
nothing else unless he's really short. And there was nobody else in there to give us context, so it's hard to say.
Hold on. So regular leg people run against blade people?
I think it's everybody's thrown in together, dude. The intellectually deficient.
Like,
along
what's
with
her thing?
We can't see her bottom half, so I don't know.
Oh, we know it's him. But what's her? I mean, dude, we got to go there, bro.
This gotta, that's one of those places that you gotta be careful who you high five around there. You get really excited in the crowd,
like, "Oh!"
and you're like, oh, and then you're like, oh, sorry, bro, should have gone to the left, huh? That's awkward. That's real awkward.
Oh, dude, when I have people come and meet me, I look down the line, and if I see they got like a fucking lobster hand or something, I'll fucking use the other hand. I'll preemptive strike it.
Oh, that's smart, dude. That's smart.
So what I do, Johnny, I'm kind of like a Terminator where I'm assessing data at all times.
That's what it takes to be a comic,
I'm
right?
crushing data.
You're doing
all
that
the
on
time.
stage all the time.
And I'm like, boop, boop, lobster hand, and I'll go like make sure I shake the other
Lobster hand identified.
And lobster hand identified.
Use
Please
left
use
hand.
alternative hand. That's kind of how I do it, dude. That's how I kind of do it, Johnny. Jesus Christ. Johnny, big announcement here.
Go on.
Big announcement. Can I get a drum roll or something? I'm trying to quit pornography.
Hold on. That's not a big announcement.
That's a big announcement, Johnny.
That's not a big announcement.
I'm regulating my eating, which I'm already worried that I'm gaining my weight back. And then
Well, you're gonna have a little comeback, but you lost so much, dude. It'd take you a while to gain. All
I
that
know
back.
I'm gonna stay thin. I feel so much better.
Now that you've done the hard work of losing the big chunk of it, all you got to do now is just eat in, 10-hour window, 8-hour window.
Yeah, I mean,
No
at some
problem.
point, it's gonna have to go back to some reasonable. Here's my.
But
whole
even
thing.
if you do 12-hour window,
I don't
bro, you're
even
fine.
mind like the 22s. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. The only thing I have to do is when I have my daughters, we get breakfast. I got to eat with my daughters. That's it. That's the only breakfast with them. I don't really miss breakfast. It doesn't bother me. I don't got to have some fucking Honey Nut Cheerios. Okay?
That's why I'm glad my girlfriend is back at work now because she's big on breakfast, and I had this cheat code built in. I don't usually eat breakfast. I wasn't hungry for it. I'm like you. And when I started eating breakfast with her, I was
That you gain
adding
weight.
calories.
You
Yeah,
don't
big
need
time.
it, dude.
No, you don't.
It's a big con. It's a big psyop, dog.
Think about that. How they beat that into our heads as children. Most important meal of the day.
Dude.
Eat your breakfast.
Just some straight up
Eat your cornflakes.
psyop game pushed on us. You gotta have breakfast. Milk is another one. Like everybody drinking milk all the time. You're like, you don't have to drink milk. Like, I drink my milk.
Fucking
You
up
ever
your
see like a
stomach,
grown up? Dude, you know who's annoying? Here's who's annoying. People who back up into parking spots, right?
Annoying.
Grown-ups who still drink milk.
That is annoying.
That
Yeah.
is annoying.
It is. You're totally right.
You're like, I just got my glass of milk. I'm like, what are you, a slow 4-year-old?
yeah, that's weird. You're right.
Like, there's no other mammal that drinks milk until their 40s.
No.
So I'm trying. So I've cut out drinking, cut out drugs. My last vice is I've now severely curbed my eating. Like, I had a bad week this week. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, dude, I've done this a month and a half. I want to have a couple things
Oh,
here.
really?
So next week I'm gonna get back. I'm never gonna. I don't see myself ever doing another 72. I just don't.
How hard was that by the end of it?
It's just like I'm very thankful for the program. Joel was great. I love it. He did a great job. I'm gonna give him a read on Tinfoil Hat. It was great. It's just like, I think 72s are for pro athletes and fucking Shaolin monks, right? Like, that's who should be doing.
Did you now be honest? Did you cheat it at any during the 72? What?
like what?
Handful of crackers, something like that.
I would have like occasionally one tiny cracker.
Okay. And by the
I make
end
no
of it,
illusions, Johnny.
anything trippy though happened to you because you hear about people do those long fasts that they start to,
No. I mean, like, I felt great. You get manic.
but no visual.
I loved it. I love
Audio.
fasting. I like 22s are great.
no hallucinations or anything.
No
like that.
hallucinations.
No trippy.
But you
sort
got to
of
understand,
colors.
I used to fast by doing a lot of drugs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you hear about people hearing voices when they do.
Oh
that,
yeah,
so,
I used to. The shadow people started to come slowly. I'd be like, okay.
Do you
wrap it
have a vivid memory of a like a hallucination from your drug days?
No, I mean, I occasionally go, what the fuck was that?
Like Marin talks about, he used to really hear voices. Like,
But
Pretty
if
clearly.
people actually saw the amount of speed that I would go out on, they would laugh. They would really laugh.
you mean it was not as much?
I
as
talk to
people
my
imagine?
buddies, they're like, I would just get fat rocks and go. And I'm like, not me, dude.
Interesting.
I literally tell the story about how many times have I told this story
What
about
story?
getting arrested? Have I ever told a story about? Have I told you on any of the podcasts we've done about me getting arrested buying drugs off a trans hooker?
Yeah, I don't know if it's on the podcast. You've told me, and then what's his face? Helped
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So when I would relapse, when I would get sober, I would get rid of all the numbers in my phone of anybody that had any drugs.
Can I just say, it's so funny how when you do that, you have to be kind of at war with your future self. You know what I mean? Who's going to want those numbers? You're like
100%.
fighting. You're like dueling with the future you.
100%, Johnny.
Isn't that crazy?
You're like, hey, I'm not gonna do drugs. I'm gonna get rid of any number of anybody who's got any drugs, and I would do it. Clean out my phone. My phone was lighter after, right? It was like physically lighter. So I would do that, and then inevitably, after like a couple weeks of everything going great, doing work, working hard, I would be like, I just want to escape my head for a little while, and I'd be like, fuck, I got a new number. So I would just drive around seeing if, because I knew this drug dealer on a bike. He would be riding a bike.
That's so funny.
And I would always be looking for him. And I liked him because he never robbed me. Right?
That's a good reason to like somebody.
No,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're always cool with me. I pay for the money. I give him a little money. He gives me a little of it, and we would be cool.
That's why shit should be legal, so people don't have to be in
100%,
fucking murdered.
Right? 100%. So I can't find this guy. I'm looking for the dude on the bike. I can't fucking find him. So then I'm driving around and I see this hooker walking. I'm like, I know they probably got drugs. Hey, do you know where I can score?
Where are you?
Only a couple blocks over.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, a couple blocks over.
And you went down there just to
Score.
score. Okay.
Yeah, score. Because I back then I could feel a humming coming, and my body would start to hum, which was like it was craving.
Okay.
I'd feel a craving.
What do you mean when you say that humming? Like
I would
like
just
a
feel,
sensation or a sound?
A sensation
Interesting.
of a humming. You would just be like, I feel.
But like you're buzzing is what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
My body's buzzing. It wants to do drugs.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm buzzing. I'm running. I'm driving around trying to find. Finally, I go, hey, do you know where I could score some? She goes, yeah. So I give her, I'm like, how much? I'm like, I'm just looking for 20. She's like, I need at least 40. I'm like, okay. So I give her 40. We pull into this under garage, right? And I pull in and
You're in your car.
I'm in my car.
And they're on the street.
Yeah.
Walking. Okay.
She,
Your spidey senses doing anything at this point?
no, because I'm like, I just want to get the fuck out of here. And so she runs in, she runs out, she gets out, dude. We pull out, dude. And Johnny, I've had low moments in my life, but this is like the lowest of the moments and the scariest moments. And where I go, I just fucked my life up. And all of a sudden I hear, boop, boop. And I'm like, is this really happening? And I'm like, I just got pulled over by this fucking guy for no. So I pull.
She wasn't undercover, right?
No.
No. Okay.
So we pull around. We go because she gave me the drugs at that point.
Did they see the deal, or did they think you were a John, like for sex?
They probably knew that girl from just being shady as shit,
okay,
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I pull around.
LAPD.
LAPD.
West Hollywood. Okay.
Yeah. So I pull around and they pull me out. They cuff me. I'm like, fuck my life, bro. I'm like, fuck my life.
Anything remarkable from that? Like, were they shitty to you, or?
Oh, yeah, they were shitty.
Yeah. Okay.
They're shitty. But I was super naive at that moment because now I know a whole different game. Like, if it would happen today, don't know what you're talking about, officer. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you admitted it?
Well, I didn't admit to anything. And then I was about to get off. He's like looking for, he's like, where's drugs? I don't know what you're talking about. Where's the drug? He reaches deep into my wallet in the back, pulls it out, finds Johnny this big, right? Just this tiny ass piece, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. He goes, is this it? He goes, yeah. I go, okay, yeah. He goes, where's the rest of it? I go, that's it. He goes, where the fuck is the rest of it? I go, that's it. He goes, how much did you pay for this? I go, 40. He goes, he looks at her. They both start laughing. Because it was just, I literally gotten robbed.
Are you? That's so funny.
That's how little I used to do.
Like that's gotta be a scene from a sitcom or something. You have to write that into a sitcom.
So I go to jail for the night. I get thrown in jail. I'm like trying to make an emotional connection with these police.
Wait, hold on. This is so fascinating. We gotta slow down a little bit. Okay, so that moment happens and you're in the car on the way to getting booked, right? What's going in your head right then? Like, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking if I get this charge, I can never leave the United States.
Oh, for your job, for your
Yeah,
work. Yeah. okay.
Work. I can never go to Canada. If I get booked, and I'm like, what are they booking me on? Nobody will tell me. What are they booking me on?
Well, they're supposed to tell you that, right?
Yeah, nobody will tell me. And so I'm driving. The guy's talking. They're playing good cop, bad cop with me.
Oh, really?
And I'm just like, the guy's like, hey, dude, man, you just made some. I'm like, yeah, I made some fucking awful decisions, dude. I fucked my life so bad.
Now I'm curious.
I go, what am I getting charged with? He's like, oh, don't worry about it, dude. You're okay. Oh, I'm like, fuck.
As an addict, though, is part of you like, shit, I'm not gonna get high now? Like,
No.
too?
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Spoiler alert, got high again later on. Not closest, but did happen.
Okay, but part of you is just like, fuck, they took my drugs. Like,
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
No. I didn't care about that.
Oh, really? So
No, I didn't care
you
about that.
weren't partly disappointed, like, hey, I'm gonna have this buzzing still.
No. I was just like, how bad did I fuck my life?
I think that's how uppers are different than like opiates, where you're in withdrawal, like immediately. You know.
But Johnny, I would tell you, if you saw the amount that I did, you would laugh.
Okay.
People would laugh. You're like, you ruined your life over this little bit, meaning that
Yeah.
I was still super functional.
So they booked you in.
They threw me in there, and I can't find my headshot.
You get fingerprinted and like
Yeah.
pictures and everything.
I can't find my headshot.
They look in your ass when
No, they didn't.
They
look
didn't
in
do
my
that whole
ass.
thing. Okay.
They didn't look in my ass. But what they did do is they threw me in a jail cell with a homeless guy who instantly shits his pants.
Oh. No.
Instantly shits his pants right out the gate.
Did you ask? Were you like, can
I'm
I get
like,
out?
he just shit his pants. Nothing. So the guy takes a picture. I go, hey man, you're booking me? He goes, yeah. I go, what am I getting charged with? He goes, felony narcotics. And I'm like, I start to cry because, and I'm trying to find this mugshot because I want to turn into a picture because I have an Armenian mohawk.
Oh God, that's probably what gave you away, dude. That's probably followed you around. Like, oh, we gotta get this guy with this mohawk.
So anyways, I was broke at the time. I mean, this is like peak Sam Tripoli scraping by.
What's your call? Who's your call?
I tried to get out of, I tried to get like out on bail, but because I had no real assets, they thought I was a flight risk. So they couldn't bail me out right there. So
Did you call though?
suddenly they're like, hey, somebody's there to get you.
Okay.
Dana gets me, right?
Okay. You called her though? How did she know about it?
I was freaking out. I couldn't remember her number
How did she find out about it though?
because she just like Chris Neff was involved with this.
Oh, really?
They
Okay.
were all trying to find me.
Oh, okay.
So they find me. I apologize.
So they must have called like, hey, have you?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Wild.
And I got a real funny another story to tell you about this.
Okay.
So then
great.
I'm like, dude, I can't get charged with this. I have to fight this. But I have no money. I have no money. I don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, that's one of the great kind of dirty little secrets, and it's not so much a secret anymore, is that our justice system is designed to function well if you have money.
Yes.
And if you don't have money, you are fucked, bro.
Fucked. So, Johnny, my only hope in life is that for 20 years, I have been running charity event.
Yeah.
Okay. And a guy on the board is the guy who was, what the fuck? Johnny, will you pause this for a second? So the guy who's running the board of this charity event is Mark Garagos,
Yeah.
who you saw on CNN forever,
He's famous, yeah.
representing a bunch of people, totally famous. This is my only Hail Mary pass. And I'm like, I've seen who he's represented, so I know he won't be afraid to take
Had
someone
you
who's
spent
guilty.
time with him though?
I've met him a couple times.
Okay, so do you think he
He knew who I was.
He did. Okay.
He knew who I was. Maybe not specifically, but generally.
But from that, he would be like, "That's the guy from
Yes.
the thing." Yeah.
So I call his office. I'm like, hey, is Mark Garagos
And just say we're bleeping out what he worked on, but it's a charitable thing.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they want to be associated with this.
Yeah.
And you probably heard me talk about that.
I just want people to understand it's not like some Illuminati club
No,
or something.
no. It's a charity that I've been helping for years.
You get what I'm saying? If we bleeped it out, it would have just been like, I know him from blank. And
Yeah. So he takes my call. I couldn't believe it. He's like, hey, I go, tell Mark it's the comedian who runs the
No,
comedy
you just said
event.
it again, you fuck.
God dang it.
Hold on.
So tell him I work on the charity that he's the head of. And that I need to talk to him. I can't believe he takes my call.
Amazing.
I'm blown away. He's and I remember his whole thing. What's up, Sammy boy? How are ya? And I'm like, I'm in trouble, Mark. He goes, oh no, what'd you do? And I'm like, well, Mark, I got busted buying drugs off a hooker. He's like, oh, Sammy. I go, I know.
That's so funny.
I know. And he goes, okay, so what? Do you need representation? He's like, I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you have any money? I go, no. He goes, okay. Could you handle $1,500? I'm like, oh no. I'm like, sure. And he took my case.
Amazing.
Now here's the thing. He never asked for the money. Ever.
Oh, really?
Mark Garagos has never to this day asked for me to pay the money they asked. So, Johnny, this is where it gets interesting, right?
Do you think you should pay him maybe?
If he ever asks for it, I will give it to him.
Okay. That's it. That's amazing.
So when Mark Garagos was going through all this shit that he just went through, I called him. I emailed him going, if you ever need anything from me, you helped me when I had nothing. I'm just a comic. If you need me to come down to the office to make everybody laugh or whatever you need, just let me know. Right? So the case goes. First thing they send this lawyer down. She comes out.
By the way, I just want to say, Garagos is representing Cain Velasquez right now, by the way.
Oh, we'll get into that,
amazing,
dude.
right?
Just remind me, go stolen car. Go Vinny stolen car in case I forget the story. Okay? So she comes down. She goes, hey, man, I'm your lawyer. I'm like, oh, thanks. She goes, are you a fucking idiot? I go, why? She goes, rule number 1.
Who is she? Sorry.
My lawyer.
Okay.
She goes, rule number 1, never admit to anything. Ever. Never, ever admit to anything. Plausible deniability till you talk to your lawyer. Never. And this is something I want everybody here to listen to. Never. I have family members that are cops. I love them to pieces, okay? When your cops are dealing with you, they're not your friend. Do not admit to anything. Be polite. Be polite. Do not admit to anything. She goes, you never admit to it, okay? We're going to deal with this. So, dude, we go to court twice. First time she shows up, she's like, yeah, we would like, she goes, we request the arresting officer's file. And this is how you realize what getting a good lawyer is.
Yeah.
We request his file. So fast forward 3 months later, I go back to my second case. Guess who shows up? The police union head shows up.
Interesting.
And they're like, okay, we understand the head of the police union's here, sir. What can we help you with on this case? Is like, we are not going to release his files to you, and we want the charges dropped. Literally, the entire court goes, what? What? They're like, yeah, we want the court. We want all of the charges dropped. We are not releasing.
That's amazing.
His file. And she goes to me, oh, he must be really dirty.
That's so great, dude.
Right? So the drop, and they're like, I don't know. And the judge was pissed. She's like, I don't know why we're doing this, but Case is dismissed. What do you think the prosecutor's like, I don't know why we're doing this, but I demand that he goes. And I'm like, I was so happy to get out. I agreed to it, but I should have been like, why do I have to go to the? She's like, we want him to go through 3 months of AA meetings and stuff, which I was going to anyways. I had to get him signed. And little did I know, you could just sign. You can just sign them.
That's so funny.
You can just sign them.
Well, okay. So
we're walking out. She's like, oh, this must be a really dirty cop.
That's amazing.
This might be a really dirty cop, and they don't want his files out because he's been associated with some shady shit. That's why they dropped the case.
First of all, that tells you how corrupt this system is, that the head of the police union can just show up at a trial and be like, hey, we want you to drop these charges, and they just do it because the head of the police union said so.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, right?
Isn't it?
Right.
What is the system? I mean, it's so wild.
So it's very funny. So there's another funny case I want to tell you about that kind of fits in, and then we get into the Kane shit.
Okay. Is this the Vinny in the car thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a short time, Johnny, when people would just give me their cars. So I told you about Pablo Francisco gave me his really nice car.
His Ford.
His Ford Mustang
right,
that Rita didn't want. Well, later on, a guy just gave me this. I can't even. It's like,
wait. Who's Rita? I don't know that.
Rita is the manager at the Improv. She used to run the Tempe Improv. Then they brought her to L.A. She's the best. Okay. There's no better person in comedy than Rita Piazza. She is the best. She's so cool. She reminds me of all my cousins. We've always hit it off. We've always had love. She's always been good to me.
She gave Pablo a car, and then Pablo didn't want?
She dated Pablo Francisco forever.
Okay.
Pablo is one of the greatest like I've said this before. 2 people came out of the womb with a tight 45 minutes. Pablo Francisco and Nick Swartzen. 2 of the nicest, greatest guys ever, and they're crushers. Just crushers. Like crushers. So and it's very interesting because like before there was Fluffy, there was Pablo Francisco. And like, I'm one of the people who think Fluffy is a great writer. I think some people might not think that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, that's in my head. But usually when you get big, people, you tend to have, when you're
haters,
comedically that big, you have haters saying, oh, he's not that great. I think Fluffy's a great writer. I saw Fluffy when he was like only like 20 years old, I think, like super young. He came to the Ha-Ha.
Was he calling himself Fluffy back then?
Well, he had jokes like, you're not fat, you're fluffy. That was the
But
joke.
even back then, he had like a catchphrase and that. Okay.
Dude, he was getting standing O's at like 20 years old or how, like, I mean, he came in and like he rocked so hard. I go, oh, the best I can do in this show is second funniest.
And he's an LA
I
guy.
used to be super competitive back in the day.
He was in the LA scene? Fluffy?
Like for a minute, dude. He was like in a minute. He was already. He's just one of those guys that just like, boom, they're gone.
They hit a thing or whatever.
Because he's so good at what he does. And
so wait, so they were dating and she had a car that she just wanted
Pablo
to get rid of.
Francisco and Rita. Pablo won a car in a card game. And
right. That was it. I knew
she gave it to him. She didn't want it, so he gave it to me. I needed a car. And then I gave it to Mark Hatchell. And I don't know what he did.
Why did you give it away?
Because I had enough money for another car, a real car.
Okay. It wasn't a great car?
Listen, when you have no car and you're broke, everything's a great car.
Yeah.
It just ran.
Yeah.
So people would just give me cars and I would just give them to other people.
That's so weird.
Right?
Yeah.
They would just give me cars. Bam, here you go.
That's so weird.
So I
and you wait, hold on. I got to ask about the practicality of this. So did you get the title in your name and everything?
Yeah,
okay, so they would give you the pink slip.
Okay,
got it.
So I forget how I get the second car, right? I forget how I get the second car, but somehow I have this gray beat up, and I don't remember the specific type. It was like a Hyundai or something.
After the Ford.
Yeah,
though.
this is a different car.
Okay.
Somebody gives me another car, and I'm like, and I already have my own car.
Chris Neff just texted me, Johnny, do you like the lemon heads? I'm just like, oh. He just asked me the most random shit.
The band or the food or the candy? I
the
loved lemon heads back in the
candy,
day.
yeah, those were the best.
The candy was so sour. You're like, nah.
Yeah.
It's like it's like how early tweaking for me, right?
Nah. Those are a big deal. And those like strawberry ones that were like hard on the outside, but you crunched into them, they had a little soft. Oh,
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
to
That's the
love
kind of conversations that Chris Neff had.
So, Johnny,
this-
you've really taken to Cash Daddies. I think it's great. You really,
You've got this-
you're in the mix.
You've got this gray.
I'd
Hyundai.
say it's like a Hyundai, right?
Is it
Like,
worse or better than the Ford?
I would say it's a little worse.
So why did you? I don't. That's the part I don't understand. Why did you get rid of the Ford if
No,
you were
but
going
you're
to a worse
acting
car?
like because I already had another car.
What now?
I already had another car.
So you had 2 cars during this time.
So what happened was that once I got another car, I gave the Mustang to Mark Hatchell. My
Yeah, but
comic
why didn't
friend
you
from-
give the shittier car to Mark Hatchell and keep the Mustang?
I did give this to another person.
Oh, so you went from the Mustang to a better car to a shittier car.
No.
That's why I don't. How did you end up at the Hyundai?
Somebody gives me a Mustang. I get a nice car. I take the Mustang. I give it to Mark Hatchell.
Got it.
When I had the nice car, someone offers me another car, and I give it to my friend Vinny.
Oh, okay. That's so. So you kind of did what Pablo did.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
for
paid
your
it
friend
forward,
Vinny.
right?
Got it. Okay.
But here's the funniest thing. I give him the keys. I give him the title, right? So I'd also gave him Vinny a pet snake I had. I hated owning a snake. I thought it was cool for like
Why
a second.
did you buy a snake?
I don't know, but I hated it because I'd have to feed it live mice, and I hated
that's
that.
the worst. Yeah.
I just felt so bad for those mice. I had it for like a month, and I was like, okay, Vinny, you can have it. I don't
Like
want
those
it.
people that are into those wildlife killing videos.
I always hate when hot chicks are like, time to feed the baby, right?
yeah.
You know what drives me nuts too in LA? LA women who treat their dogs like children, who think having children is mental illness.
You mean like every woman in LA?
Right?
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, you're having kids. You're such a loser. Anyways, come to my puppy's fucking 3rd birthday party. You fucking pussies. Anyways, so dude, this is so funny. I give Vinny the car, right? Because Vinny didn't have a car.
Yeah.
Vinny needed a car. So we're talking to Vinny, blah, blah, blah. One day we call Vinny. We're like, hey, Vinny, what are you doing? Don't hear from him. Hey, Vinny, what are you doing? Call him. No, we go to his house, knock on the door.
Yeah. And the circles you run in, that's not good news usually.
Oh, dude, when I was using and abusing, literally, if I was gone for 2 hours and nobody heard from me, I would start getting calls.
Yeah, that's what happened to you when you went to jail. It was either like, hey, he's in jail or he's dead somewhere.
100%, 100%. So we're not going to heard nothing. We're starting to freak out. Where the fuck is Vinny? So we have to remember what Vinny's real name is. It's like Thomas something, right?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Thomas something, and I'm not going to say his last name.
Okay.
So we go into the bank, right? We go into the thing. He's been arrested.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Wait, I don't understand. The bank. Why would you go into the bank to find out that he's been arrested?
No, I mean we went into the website of LA County for who's been arrested.
Okay.
And he is in custody.
Damn.
So we called down and we're like, what is going on? And the whole time we see Vinny's car is right here, like in the parking garage.
The Hyundai.
Yeah, the Hyundai's in the parking garage. We're like, what's going on? They're like, oh, Vinny, he has been arrested for Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, shit.
We're like, what the fuck? So we get Vinny on the phone. I'm like, Vinny, what's going on? The car you got me is fucking stolen. I go, it's not stolen. What are you talking about? I took it for a drive and the car is stolen. I go, Vinny, it's not stolen. I gave you the fucking, I go, did you drive it without insurance? I'm like, did you get insurance? He's like, no. I'm like, you should have drove it. He's like, they say it's stolen. Dude, this is going to blow your mind.
This is crazy already.
Okay. I go, dude, what do you mean? Did you steal a car? He's like, no, I went down, I started a car, drove it up, I get pulled over. They say I stole a car. I'm like, what? And I think Vinny had been driving it around with no insurance. I'm like, dude, you can't drive this car without insurance, bro.
Yeah.
You got to stop.
Gotta have a liability insurance at least.
You got to have insurance. So that's what I thought happened. Nope. Do you know what happened, bro? You're gonna fucking
I'll
die.
guess. I have a guess.
What?
Is that he somehow got a car that was identical to your car and drove it around.
And the key worked.
Unbelievable. Are you kidding?
The key
You hear
wor-
about this. Like, I've heard rumor of it, like a thing that could happen. That's
the key
crazy.
worked in the other car. So when he got into the car,
how
and
do you
drove-
explain that to the cops?
So we go to the cop. I go, dude, he didn't steal it. It's right here. We have it here. Bring the key down. Show. He goes, hey man, if I come down there and that doesn't work, you're all in fucking trouble. I go, I know.
First
dude.
of all, no, you're not.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're not. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I got a story about that.
What?
But that's a different story for a different time. Oh, I'll tell. So he goes, if I come down there, man, I go, dude, he didn't steal the car. His car is right here. It's the exact car. So they go, I think he got into another car and the key worked. They go, no fucking way. I go, come down. So they came down. We open the door, put the key in, starts the car right there.
Unbelievable.
The
That's
guy's like, I guess it's right. So we got Vinny out. Vinny spent the weekend in jail because he got into a different car.
I feel like he's owed some money or something for like wrongful imprisonment or something like that.
Well, how are they going to say that? I mean,
don't
because they have deniability just like he has deniability.
That's just crazy. I mean, what are the odds? I mean, what if something bad had happened to him in jail? You know, like what if he'd had a bad experience just because of that, man? That's unbelievable.
It's crazy,
Like,
right?
well, look, what are the odds? They have to be like some crazy odds on what are the odds of key starting two cars in vehicles of. Oh, these are the auto ones. It could be 1 in 1,000 actually, as low as 1 in 1,000. That the auto, the digit, like the radio frequency ones, beep beep. Those things are you have a 1 in 1,000 chance of them having the same frequency. But the car, oh, here we go. Okay, let's see. This is what's the likelihood that your car key can unlock another car of the same make? And this is from Bill McDonald, who works in marketing. For certain Ford models and a certain key, this number was 20%. There was some run of Ford cars. Generally, it's about 2 to 0.5% for most U.S. cars, though.
Johnny, have you heard
Unbelievable.
about how people
Wow.
drive around with garage door openers?
Oh, I've heard about it.
And
yeah.
they just see what garage door, because they
Yeah.
can't have a million
No, they
unique
don't.
quotes.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Dude, you want to hear something funny about a Hyundai that I did? So I drove my car out here. I had a little Hyundai.
All right.
And
What are you driving now?
before I have a little Chevy Bolt. It's great in the gas because I don't drive much. I just use it basically to here and back. And my girlfriend has a gas car that we use when we go places, like distance places. But hey, so I drove it out here, and before I went out, I got it serviced, and I could feel like this weird thing happening when I would turn left. I could feel something in the wheel, just very slight, like rubbing, And I told them, I was like, when I got service, I was like, hey, can you check this out? And they said, no, we don't see anything, no problem. And I drove it out here. I drove it for a few months when I got out here. And then that thing kept getting worse. Just I could feel like I took it in again, and they were like, no, there's nothing wrong. I don't know what's going on. And then, like a couple of months later, I pulled in front of my apartment. It got really bad as I pulled up to the apartment. And then, dude, I swear to God, I don't know what the fuck happened, but the wheels just locked up. I think the engine like fell down onto the street. I couldn't go anywhere. It would just landed on the street, bro. And so I'm so fucking stupid. And this was, I think when I first moved out here, bro, I mean, it would have been, my only option really was to get it shipped back home to North Carolina because I didn't need a car. I was walking everywhere.
Well, what'd you end up doing?
And that was going to be like several $1,000s, which was not really worth it to me, And I was getting like, this is how my problem solving is to just let things fester. So I just left it out there on the street. I was collecting parking tickets for months in front of my apartment. And I just look every day in the blinds to see if it was still there. And then finally, I called some guy to ship it back to North Carolina. And he came out and he wanted to talk to me and meet me and stuff. And I was like, I pretended not to be home. I have that move. And
Yeah.
And he he comes down. He can't get down my street with his truck, and so he just gives up. He's like, "Sorry, dude, can't take it." And then so finally, I find another guy to come pick it up. He gets down the street, and I watch him. Same deal. I just didn't want to deal with it, so I was like, "You figure it out."
You're running from your problem.
Exactly. I have a real problem with this. I'm better now. I watch him. He hooks it up to a winch and starts pulling on the car. And I told him already. I was like, "Dude, the wheels are locked. You're not going to be able to use a winch. You're going to need like one of those things that lifts it up." And he's pulling it, and this winch is getting tighter and tighter, and you hear it going like that, and then all of a sudden you hear this really loud like that, and his winch snapped and went flying up into it and like hit in the front of his car and put this big hole in the front of this truck he was driving. So then he calls me and leaves a voicemail like, "Hey dude, sorry, can't get your car out." And I'm just like, what the fuck am I gonna do about this car? And then finally I called a local tow place here in LA. And I'm like, "You're probably not going to be able to get it, but if you want to come try. And he came, and this little Asian dude just lifted it right up, drove it right off, no problem.
You know what, dude? You should have gave it for cars for kids.
Yeah, and just listen. Now, I had in the back, I had a few things I wanted to get shipped back to North Carolina. One of them was a survival rifle. It's called an AR-7. It's a little rifle that breaks down into itself into this waterproof package that, you know, it floats. Like, it's great. It's a little 22 long rifle, and it's in
a
like
transformer gun.
Yeah, it's great. It's in this old James Bond movie that like Sean Connery was in. He pretends it's like this, some kind of like, you know, high powered rifle, but it's not really. Anyway, it was in there, some clothes, some shoes, things like that. And that was the last time I saw that car. I never talked to anybody else about it. I have no idea what happened. I just let that guy take it. I don't know. I you know, because I didn't want to pay to get it shipped back. And that car, if somebody's driving it around or something, I'd love to know what happened to it, because it was just out of sight, out of mind. It's just gone now. Isn't that crazy? I just let them take the car.
So I have a story.
I don't know whose title. I don't know who's paying taxes on it. Like nothing. It's just gone now, dude.
So in Vegas, I was an asshole,
crazy?
right? I was an idiot. I decided to buy one of those old used rent-a-cars like that, like Hertz.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I learned this, right? So the first day I get off the lot, it breaks down. I call and go, "Dude, I just bought this car. It broke down. I need it fixed." He goes, "Hold on. We got to check your contract."
My car wasn't that old, by the way.
I go, "What?" "Yeah, we got to see if we're obligated to fix." I'm like, "I literally just brought it." I turned around. I brought it right back to the thing. I go, "You're fucking fit." And I'm like, want to play nice. My girlfriend at the time, her name is Robin, was ripping these guys a new asshole.
Is this when you lived in Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the story. So they fix it because they literally just sold it to me and it blew up. So then I drive to Vegas. I drive to LA. I'm living in LA. So here's the story. Have I told this before?
No.
Everybody that ever moved in my crew that moved from Vegas to LA, their either car got stolen or they got in a horrific crash with their car.
Oh, fuck.
Every one of them. Horrific crash, destroying their car, or someone stole their car. So I decided to put a charity event together for Vegas. I'm going to do the charity event. So I get my oil change before I go. And the lady there goes, "Hey, you need a new fan belt." I go, "Yeah, whatever. You're just trying to fucking get me for some money.
Milk you, yeah.
You're trying to milk me, bitch, right?" Oh, she's like, "Okay." I go, "I don't need a fan belt. I know
You need a fan belt.
You need a fan belt, right? I don't need a fan belt. You need a fan belt. Tell me I need a fan belt."
Hey, Sam, I got some bad news for you, buddy. You're going to need a new fan belt on that
You're
car.
going to need a new fan belt, right? And that high five, nobody in the car, right? So it's me and I forget who else it is, man. But me and someone else are doing a show. Right? Oh, yeah, dude. This is so funny, dude. So we're driving, dude, and just all of a sudden, my car catches on fire.
While you're driving?
Yeah.
Wait, you pull over and what?
pull over. This is the funny thing. So it's in the middle of the night. We pull over. Scott is like, I'm going to go walk to the nearest town. I'm like, Scott, don't do it. It's cold. It's at night. It's windy. He's like, I'm going to do it.
And where are you again?
We're just on the 15 going from LA to Vegas.
Oh, so you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So we're walking, right? So, I mean, we're stuck. I'm like, I'll just wait till the morning. We'll figure it out, right? So he's like, no, dude, I'm going to walk to the next city. I'm going to get us help. I'm like, don't do it, Scott. He's like, I'm going to do it. So Scott gets out.
It's like one of those horror movies where that's
he
the last
comes back
time you
10
see him.
minutes later. I can't make it, man. I'm like, just sit in the car. We'll get out of here, right? So we sleep the night in the car. It's blowing, windy. I sleep hard. He sleeps hard. He has narcolepsy, right? He's out. So we get up, dude. It's so funny because he walked one way for like 10 minutes. Literally, like 20 feet behind us was a help phone. Right? When I say 20 feet behind us, I'm not even kidding.
That's so
It
funny.
was 20 feet behind us the other way.
That means you were in one of those areas though where it's not shit when those help phones are around.
So we get a car, we get somebody.
What do? You call? Who do you call for that? Like
Tow
who does
truck.
that? Who does that ring up?
AAA or something.
okay.
Bam, they come get us. The whole time I'm just talking. I'm like, hey, man, I'm just doing this charity event in Vegas, just trying to help out the youth. He's like, $400. I'm like, come on, man. I'm doing charity work. So we go.
That's a rip off those things. Those
Yeah.
tow
So we go. We draw. Somebody comes and gets us in Vegas, and we go back and we go to the show. Yeah. So the reason I'm telling the story is because we brought the car to somewhere to get fixed, and I never went back.
That's just what I did, dude, with my car.
I
Yeah. That's
never
so
went
funny.
back to get the car.
No idea what happened to it, right?
No.
I bet they auctioned them off. Or
I'm
something.
sure that guy and the bank got in a fight over whose car it was.
Oh, that's so interesting. I'm sure that was. It had to be. See, my car, dude. It was the car I got in that flood with.
Yeah.
And it had problems since then. It wasn't an old car or anything. It was actually a pretty cool car. And I have no idea what happened to it, man. I love that little car, actually. I told you the flood. I'll just briefly. One day I used to work down in Hilton Head, South Carolina, and one day I was coming back to go watch football with my dad in North Carolina. It's like a 4-hour drive, and there was this like low pressure system sitting off the coast of South Carolina. And this was right at the beginning of what they call down there a 1,000-year flood. I'm driving north, and dude, it looks like a scene out of one of those apocalyptic movies. It's raining, and I look ahead. US 95. You've been on 95 in the south artery that connects, north to south. And all the lanes are it's a river rushing across all of them. And you see a couple of big trucks, like 18-wheelers, trying to go through it, and they're powering through. I saw a couple of cars try to do the same thing, and they got washed into the trees, just like washed into the river, bro. Those people might be dead. I don't know. That was right in front of me. Like, it happened right as I was.
Oh, my
and I'm
God,
like,
Johnny.
Oh, fuck, dude. So it was a hatchback. So I turned around, and I can't go the other way either. It's closed. I'm going, and we're all just going the wrong way on 95, like a whole line of traffic going on, like on the shoulder, and you can't go the other way. It's closed. So there's only one town in between, like where the road was closed and where the road was flooded, and it's called Kingstree. And I'm trying to get there just to post up, like find a hotel, whatever. And so I drive through some water, okay, and then I drive through deeper water, and I'm getting kind of nervous, so I park. I Google how to drive through water, like how to drive through a flood. And what I find out is that you got to keep the crest of the water just in front of your hood. Because if it sweeps over your hood, it'll get sucked into the engine.
How about that video I sent you?
What do you mean?
Do you remember I sent you that Reddit video?
I don't. What? When?
I sent you of a truck driving through a
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to
But
keep
he
it.
got deep, bro.
Yeah, well, as long as you keep it like kind of in front, and you got to keep your momentum though. You can't stop, and you can't go too fast. And so I'm going through this water. It's probably it's probably up to my knees, right? But I had a little hatchback, so it was not good for, it was high enough to be kind of just before it would roll up on the hood. And just as I'm about to get out of it, there's this motherfucker in this F-350 coming the other way, going like 40 miles an hour, not slowing down, and he rolls the water up over my hood.
Oh no!
And it just goes, they say, if that happens, to turn it off immediately. But I wasn't even fat. It got sucked up into the engine. And so I'm in this shit hole of a town, one of the smallest, shittiest towns in South Carolina. My car just got fucked in this flood, and I was just about to be in the town, dude. I would have had my car and everything. So I had to call a tow truck, take me into this town. No way to get out. All the roads out of this town are flooded by what they call a 1,000-year flood. It's been 1,000 years since there's been a flood like this in South Carolina. And there's one motel in this town.
Johnny, did you know that a 1,000-year flood was coming?
No, I had no idea. No.
So you didn't get a weather update? There was none of weather.
No, there was nothing like that, dude. No, there was nothing.
Hi, welcome to the news.
Bro, I worked at a newspaper.
Today,
I would have known.
1,000-year flood coming.
I worked at a newspaper. I would have known that.
You didn't hear any of that?
No, it was like nobody thought that the roads were getting ready to be like that. It just kept going. And so I get into this town, get to this motel. They're swarmed like with people that are trapped there and stuff. And it's the shittiest, literally the shit is worse than the place you got us in Vegas for the 500th. It was a nightmare. And this Indian guy's like, I'm sorry, my friend, but we only have one room left. And it's just this room on the bottom floor. It's a little bit wet. And I get in there and the entrance is a little bit soggy, but I'm like, whatever, dude. And so I'm exhausted at this point. I've been driving for hours trying to figure out how to get into this town and then walking. And so I just go to, right as I'm drifting, I finally slide into the bed. Right as I'm drifting off, I see these little red bugs like crawling up toward my head. And I jump out of bed like, what the fuck? I thought I was like tripping because I'd been kind of sleepy or whatever. And I look, and this bed has got bed bugs in it. And they were coming up to my face to suck my blood out of my body. And so I'm thinking, oh, fuck, am I going to have to sleep? Like, I was getting ready to sleep on the, where the TV is,
Oh, God, Johnny,
and so I call this guy to come in there, and he goes, my friend, we don't have a bed bugs here. No, I assure you. And so I'd be like, are you serious? And he goes, yes, my friend, we do not have them. You have to show me the bed bugs. He made me go hunt down these. So I come up to him with a cup, and I find like 3 or 4 of them and show him. And he's like, oh, those are bed bugs, yes. And he had already told me before they didn't have any other rooms, but they did. He was lying.
Why would he lie to you?
I don't know. I think it was because it was a slightly bigger room and they didn't want to put me in it. So he took me upstairs to this other room and I just stripped all the covers off of it to make sure there weren't any bed bugs. And I had to stay in that shithole of a town for 3 days before the roads opened up. And my mom managed to shoot down there, pick me up, and then right as we left. Later that day, the roads flooded again, and I wouldn't have been able to get out for another like 2 weeks or something.
Did you ever get your car back?
Yeah, they fixed it. It cost an insane amount of money. The insurance company like an insane amount of money, and it never ran right after that. That's the one that I let go of here in California.
It's been fun. All right, Johnny, do we have any? Got
a couple of voicemails if you want to hear those.
Okay, let's hear those.
Let's just go in for that. Here.
Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know that you are popular with women after all.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your help.
Very nice.
Johnny, how much you pay her for that? Was that like some kind of fucking...
You finally met my mom. There you go.
Is that a cameo you paid for, Johnny?
Yeah, that's the only way my mom will talk to me now. Wait, it seems like she...
Is that really your mom?
No, it's not my mom. Wait, this is that weird thing again. Listen to this.
I'm actually calling to inform them now.
Didn't you say... Somebody said that they got this same... I think this is like a scam. And they just leave, they make it sound like they're accidentally leaving the end of something on your phone, like a conversation. So you're like, wait, what are they calling to inform me about? That sounds really important.
Call them back.
Yeah, and then it's like, sorry, sir, but you're under arrest for,
kiddie porn.
Yeah, whatever. You need to send us 8 Target gift cards to Mumbai or whatever.
I'm to inform them now.
Man, isn't that weird?
Yeah, next one.
It's so weird. By the way, one of my favorite videos is this guy that creates these glitter bombs for scammers to pick.
I
these
love
people
that
who steal
guy.
shit off porches and
YouTube?
stuff. Yeah, it's great. He's in some kind of advanced tracking these guys down like all the way to India or wherever they are. Check that out. Google glitter bomb.
Glitter bomb.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Chris Fly here.
What's up, Chris Fly?
AKA The Gooch. I just wanted to give a shout out to my boys here, Johnny Woods and Sammy Trips.
Love Johnny
anyways,
Woods.
had three things for you. One was a question.
Yeah.
Second, the second one was let's see. The second one was a limerick, and the third, the third was a joke. Okay, so for the first one, that's the question. I used to go door to door, and I'd ask folks. I'd say, "Hey, do you like dragons?" And of course, if she had big mams, I'd bust out my dragon pop-up book, and I'd say, "Hey, listen here, lady. I could take you away from all this." So that's my question. Do you like dragons?
Who doesn't
Maybe
like
you do,
dragons?
maybe you don't. Second is just a little bit of a limerick.
Johnny, do you like dragons?
Go ahead with
Yeah, everybody
that.
likes
And
dragons.
he wants
Come
to sauce your tits.
Goes,
well, we know you like dragons.
Yeah, I do. I'm fat.
Hickory dickory dock. The snooge went up the clock. The clock struck one. He lost his socks. Clickety clickety click.
All right. That
Okay,
sounds
not
like,
so bad.
That sounds like prison rape.
Third one was a joke, and that is it's going to be who is Tiger Woods' arch nemesis?
Who?
Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that Kuchar guy, right? You're thinking that Kuchar guy. It's not that Kuchar guy. You're thinking one of them Brits, one of them upstarts, like Rory. No, it's not Rory. Lion Irons. Hey guys, been enjoying your show for a while. And,
What did he? I didn't hear what he
Lion
said.
eyes?
Yepers. Keep it going.
I can tell you what the
Thanks.
transcription says. It says lion horn. But I
Okay.
don't think that's okay. You'll have to clarify that. Leave that one again. Just that part though, not the whole thing again, please.
Yeah. Do
That
you
was
want
great,
him
though.
to clarify that? Or are we good?
No, we might need that. What if that's the
Okay.
best joke we've ever heard?
So
Hey, bro, Sam Smith, bro. Hey, Sam,
Smith, bro.
you need to explain stuff better. When you're telling Callan that people moved in to the pyramids and the Sphinx enclosure, you don't say, well, that's because people are noticing. No, the proper explanation is the Sphinx has water erosion, okay, from rainfall that goes back at least 11,600 years ago. Were there Egyptians back then? No. The Egyptians moved in way later, right? Around 2000, 3000 BC. So you need to work on your explanations and be more clear. Otherwise, people will think you have a degree from UNLV.
Hey,
Low,
not cool,
low
John Smith,
blow.
bro.
Low blow. I want to say, okay, he got one. He thinks he's getting me here. He says, hey, bro, it's John Smith, bro.
Why aren't you playing it, Johnny?
Well, I'm just going to, it'll be a lot quicker if I read it. But it says it's Ukraine, not the Ukraine, and it's nuclear, not nuclear.
Is that me?
But I've never once said.
Yeah, I think he's still making fun of me, and I think it's bullshit.
Hey, bro, it's John Smith, bro. Sam, it's Ukraine, not the Ukraine. It's nuclear, not nuclear. Johnny, come on.
Oh, I see. I'm supposed to be the person to kind of snatch
Yeah,
you to your
clean it up.
senses here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you want to do some news?
Yes.
Yeah, if you did not get your call in or you would like to talk to us, the number is 657-339-1338. Leave your voicemail and we would love to hear from you.
News.
Inflation is hitting us hard, Sam. And I think you were right to predict inflation.
Yeah.
You were
I am
bang
right
on
about
there.
everything.
This is from The Week. Might be the worst thing I've heard so far. There are now 5 fewer Doritos per bag thanks to inflation.
I mean, dude, I can't stand when you open the bag and it's all air.
Yeah.
So I like massage. I molest each
Me
bag.
too, dude. I do that too.
I'm like, oh, it's got a bunch
I
of
do
them
this
in
with
there.
Stacy's pita chips. Those are the best, by the
Yeah,
way.
I do
Cinnamon
that.
sugar.
Also, baked Lay's. I did
Oh.
that a lot.
That's the move, man. If your bag of Doritos has seemed suspiciously skimpy lately, you're not alone. Frito-Lay has confirmed that it has decreased the number of chips you get per bag by 5.
I think that's just
to
fucking
account for
ridiculous.
inflation.
I'd rather pay more.
Unbelievable.
Wouldn't you rather pay like 50 cents more for 5 more chips?
I mean, maybe not 50
Charge us
cents.
more.
It's probably just another nickel or something. Not even.
Yeah, a nickel.
Come on, Biden. Fix this shit,
Fucking
man.
Biden ruined Doritos, bro.
Biden's ruining everything.
Biden ruined Doritos, bro.
Now have you seen they're trying to suck his old ass into this war? They're just trying to bully him into it's.
Like he's resistant to it.
Well, yeah,
they're trying to bully us into.
You
war.
saw him tweet that he was like, "Hey, we're not doing a no-fly zone because that would mean World War III." And the Republicans and the Democrats now are kind of slowly starting to push. Like,
oh, dude, Jimmy Dore did a great video on it. They had some Republican from Florida. She's like, I want a no-fly zone. You're like, do you know what that means? She's like, I don't even know what it means.
That's so funny. This is a product of some of the things we've been talking about where they don't enforce thievery laws anymore. Walgreens has replaced some refrigerator doors with screens, and some shoppers absolutely hate it. Walgreens and other retailers have swapped out the clear fridge and freezer doors at thousands of stores, instead adding opaque doors with iPad-like screens showing what's inside. Isn't that weird?
Why?
Some customers really, really aren't into it. The screens, which are developed by the startup Cooler Screens, use a system of motion sensors and cameras to display what's inside the doors, as well as product information, prices,
and what they have to open it for you.
The tech provides stores with an additional revenue stream and a way to modernize the shopping experience. But for customers who just want to peek into the freezer and grab their ice cream, Walgreens risk pissing those people off. The company say that they want to engage more people with their advertising, but the reaction so far is annoyance and confusion. Here's a picture of it. Look at this. Weird, right?
That is weird. So, Johnny.
Why would they do this?
Because I bet you that thing locks.
Well, that's what I'm trying to... It seems like you might have to actually pay that thing at that, it's like a point of sale.
Oh, you mean like number E4 and it comes
possibly.
out?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, Johnny, you know that a couple things and
go on.
So one thing that happens is like LA is now finally doing something about their homeless. Have you heard this?
What is it?
They're now actually getting back to something that Ronald Reagan had fucked up, which was getting rid of all the mental facilities. They're now starting to build those up again. And what they're doing is they're going on, they're now, if you, either a family member or someone in the neighborhood or law enforcement doesn't believe you have the mental capacity to
take care of
yourself, they're now forcibly taking you to mental facilities and helping you get sober and clean up your act. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, well, that sounds like jail. It's like, listen, man, I see people out there that have no chance unless somebody does some serious work on helping them get off drugs, get on psych meds to help their lives.
Big time.
They got no chance. You have to do it, dude.
And a lot of them won't do that won't do anything like that on they have this wonderful VA facility with homes and apartments for veterans down here in LA. And out front of it are this whole street lined with homeless veterans while those apartments are empty because those people won't go into them. They just don't. They have to be clean to get in there, first of all. That's the number one thing. They can't be doing drugs. They can't be like boozing out in the hallway or anything. And also, they just don't want to have anybody overseeing them, because they're loopy.
That is a big problem.
But it's empty. There's they said it was at like 10% capacity while all those people, veterans, are living on the street.
So it comes down to whose rights matter the most, or can somebody's right to live their life intrude on your life and your right to live your life, right? I mean, it's like, does somebody have the right to sleep in the middle of the sidewalk?
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not throwing them in jail. We're giving them help. But does their desire not to get help override your ability to walk safely down the street?
Or your kids. I mean, take your children on a stroll.
So this is where, you ask yourself as a liberal, because I'm an old school liberal. I'm a liberal libertarian, right? What are you going to do with these people? Because the letting it happen. And another thing California has to do is figure out who's sending us all these homeless people and sue the fuck out of those states.
There's got to be something we can do about that.
It's the number one thing. I know a comic out there who ran a bar in Washington that law enforcement would take people there to eat a sandwich and then put them on Greyhound and send them to Southern Cal because the weather here. And I'm sure Miami's like that as well. Florida, California, get all the...
Do they have a lot of homeless in Miami?
Yeah.
Okay.
But even like Texas too, I'm sure they get sent down to Austin as well. So that's interesting. So yesterday, Johnny, and this is my final story I'm going to tell.
Okay.
Is my so gas is now So for the first time in my life I saw 607 and wasn't excited.
And that's so funny. And dude,
because that's my hometown area code.
Yeah, Cortland. Rep.
And I saw
Shouts
607 for gas.
That's so funny, dude. And can I just say really quickly? And now everybody's like, "Oh, we gotta stop taking Russian oil," which is drives
never.
But
It's like 5%.
Any of that drives the price of oil up, which means that what they have is more valuable, and who they do sell to, they get more money. It all ends up lining their pockets either way. Either we buy it from them, or the price goes up and they get more money. That's just theater. Like when you say that's theater, that's another
it's all theater,
example.
Johnny, because we're sitting on barrels and barrels of
that
oil
we won't use. Yeah.
They're not using it. They're trying to cripple people right now. They're trying to cripple people. I don't want to get too much into politics on the show, but our leaders are actively working against us.
The problem with us getting into politics is it's so easy to get in conspiracy territory, which is
what I just talked about.
Which is tinfoil.
So I'm trying to find somewhere where I'm not getting murdered at the pump. I find 5 something, right? I cannot believe this is a discount this time. I pull up, right? And I pull up, I get my gas. There's a chick who looks attractive, except for she has a mask on. She's a white girl, long brunette hair, has a mask on, wearing like a snow cap.
Hard to tell now with the masks.
And she's dancing. And right there, I'm like, okay, mental illness, right?
Yeah. Does she look homeless?
I can't tell.
Okay.
Like she doesn't look that bad. And okay, and I'll get
dirty?
into what. So I'm like, what is she doing? And she turns around and starts eyeing me down. And like,
is she like under the thing where you're pumping your gas?
No, she's at the bus stop near where I'm pumping my gas.
Okay, gotcha.
And she's waiting for the bus. And she looks like a hot chick, which then lets you know what, hot chicks waiting for the bus, probably mental illness, right?
Yeah, something weird going on.
Hot young girl staring at you, looking at you. Staring?
Yeah, if you're in Vegas, it's a prostitute. If you're in LA, she's mentally ill and homeless. Yeah.
And probably a prostitute, right? So she's staring at me and she starts like, I swear to God, she basically did charades trying to offer sex.
What, like doing that thing where you do this right here? Like,
yeah, she's doing like.
Do it to the camera. Do it to camera.
Right? I'm like,
show
what?
Camera.
She's
do it to camera. Like the camera is you, and you're her.
I'm like, are we playing Pictionary right now? I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, what are you saying to me? She's like, I'm like, are you soliciting me for sex? And my pump hits. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Young Sam would be like, how dangerous is this? How dangerous
can't catch anything with a condom anyway.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the sure sign she was crazy is when a chick is crazy when she's walking around with her luggage.
Yeah.
That is the surest sign.
Yeah.
Not only are you doing Pictionary soliciting me for sex, pay me to pay you. On top of that, you're walking around with your fucking luggage like you're at LAX.
You're a hot chick that somebody told to get out of their house at some point. And that tells you all you need to know.
You're attractive enough to get in the house, crazy enough to get kicked out.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you. Hey, this is kind of the intersection of some things we like to talk about here. Russia is warning now that sanctions could cause the International Space Station to crash. File that under shit that nobody believes.
And dude, at this point, it's just, do you believe anything coming out of anywhere?
No, I don't believe any of it, dude.
It's the best feeling in the world. You're like, I don't believe any of it.
Western sanctions against Russia could cause the International Space Station to crash.
Did you hear how much McDonald's is losing a month?
Well, because of
50 mil.
Pulling out of Russia? Really? The head of Russian space agency Roscosmos warned Saturday, calling for the punitive measures to be lifted. According to Dmitry Rogozin, the sanctions, some of which predate Moscow's invasion of Ukraine, could disrupt the operation of Russian spacecraft servicing the International Space Station.
Are they just staring at each other really angrily while they're floating in space, supposedly? Are they just like, you stay over there?
As a result, the Russian segment of the station, which helps correct its orbit, could be affected, causing the 500-ton structure to, quote, fall down into the sea or onto land, the chief wrote on Telegram. He wrote on Telegram.
That's so great. They can get Telegram in space, by the way. Johnny, do you find it absolutely hilarious and sad all at the same time that Facebook's like, we're going to let you call for violence against the Russian people?
Oh, that's one of the stories I have here. Yeah.
Like, is that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard in your life? Like, if there's ever a sign of that this is clown world theater, that's
Here it is. Okay. This is from Al Jazeera. Ever heard of it? Facebook allows posts urging violence against invading Russians. The tech giant says it will allow credible threats against civilians, but Russia demands U.S. stop companies' quote extremist activities. Meta Platforms, which is what it's called now, of course, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has temporarily eased its policy on violent speech following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, saying,
how funny is that?
It will allow statements such as "death to Russian invaders," but not credible threats against civilians.
Like, you can't take any of this serious. You just can't.
So funny.
It's all clown world bullshit.
Headline: I gave my husband a threesome, and then I left him for a woman. In 2020, Teresa Rose celebrated her husband's birthday by engaging in a threesome with another woman. But her husband's taste for sexual adventure backfired. Just a few weeks later, she left him and filed for divorce. Experiencing that intimate interaction with a woman for the first time, the physical and emotional depth was so intense. I was like, oh my God, this is what's been missing. Rose, 36, told the Post. She requested to be referred to as Rose, by the way, which is her middle name, in order to protect her identity. She's among a growing number of women leaving their husbands for other women. Many of them have been high-profile romances. Glennon Doyle wrote a bestseller called Untamed about leaving her husband for women's soccer star Abby Wambach. Former The Real Housewives of Orange County star Bronwyn Wyndham Burke, 44, came out as gay in 2020, but remains married to her husband, Sean Burke. How the fuck does that work?
Dude, what I find so funny about this is like, it's like almost cheering these chicks on.
That it is.
But when a guy comes out as gay, it's almost like
a joke. Yeah.
Like, oh my God, can you believe that? What a sad guy had
Poor
to live
girl,
his whole
that poor
life.
woman, that poor woman.
She's so bad. It's like hilarious. It's so fucking funny. Like, it's the way women just like, oh my God, I'm bisexual. I'm trying to be brave. Oh my God, are you brave? You eat puss and do coke. Oh my God, you're so fucking brave.
You're the one. Both sides really want to date you.
Yeah.
Because,
you're so brave. It's like it's so. I remember when this chick who was in like this band nobody's ever heard of. She's like blah 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 from Mumu Go Go has come out bisexual.
Mumu Go Go. Okay.
Yeah, whatever the name of the band
I'll check
is.
Mumu Go Go.
Nobody cared. Nobody, like, you're like, well, so what are you gonna do? Like, bang chicks and do coke off of NBA guys' dicks? Like, you're not fucking Martin Luther King.
It's the best of both worlds, man.
It's just ridiculous, dude.
It's from AP. I'm curious if you think this is real, because it seems curiously timed. Saudi Arabia, you probably heard about this, puts 81 to death in its largest mass execution. Saudi Arabia on Saturday, by the way, we'll see how much pressure our government puts on them for just cutting people's heads off or whatever.
It's so stupid.
Saudi Arabia on Saturday executed 81 people convicted of crimes ranging from killings to belonging to militant groups, the largest known mass execution carried out in the kingdom in its modern history. The number of executed surpasses even the toll of a January 1980 mass execution for the 63 militants convicted of seizing the Grand Mosque in Mecca in 79. That was the worst ever militant attack.
Somebody
there.
went after the mosque?
Yeah, the Grand Mosque in Mecca
Man,
in
you
79.
gotta have the balls on you to do that. I mean, like, how you gotta have less than 0 options to do that. Like,
Yeah.
like, hey, dude, what should we do? I don't know, man. Let's take the mosque. You're like, I don't know, can we work out some other like options here before we do that? Seems like break glass at the last option. Can we do it? I got nothing, dude. Anybody else? This is all we got. Let's take the Grand Mosque. That's all? That's it?
What about like a bank?
Can we take? Nah, dude, not the same effect. I mean, like, do you ever play like what is best case scenario here? Like, if you're gonna take the Grand Mosque, what is best case scenario? Everyone's like, oh, I can't believe he got the mosque. It's crazy. Good for them. I think
You can't hold it. I mean, you'll never keep it. It's not like they're going to be the best. I think in their head, they're like, oh, okay, that's theirs now.
Yeah, they'll just give it to us.
It's their base now.
It's just like, what is best case scenario?
Everybody's just going to be like, hey, those guys live there now in the Grand Mosque. Oh, yeah.
Go on. What's the next story?
I think what's going on here is they got behind, it sounds like, during the pandemic on their beheadings.
They're like, yeah, the guy.
No, that's really what it says, though. The number of death penalty cases carried out in Saudi Arabia
They were all beheadings?
dropped during the pandemic, though the kingdom continued to behead convicts under King Salman and his assertive son, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
That dude don't fuck around, bro.
No.
That dude don't fuck around.
None of those guys do there.
Dude, that guy don't fuck around. So listen, Johnny. So have you heard that they passed a non-lynching law?
Who the fuck was getting lynched?
Will you look up at that? Like, the U.S. government passed a non-lynching law?
We really needed that, huh?
Well, do you know why they say they did that?
I can't imagine.
Because everything that's coming out right now, that people are going to get pissed at the politicians.
Oh, really?
That's what they think that the reason this got passed.
They should have gotten rid of guillotines.
Did they? Is that
Washington
true?
Post, yeah. Senate unanimously passes anti-lynching bill.
Yeah.
After century of failure.
Yeah. Let's get rid of that. Can't go after people and want to kill them. You can't do that. It's against the law. You're like, well.
And they're tying it to civil rights. They say it is named for a 14-year-old black boy whose brutal torture and murder in Mississippi in 1955 sparked the civil rights movement. That's real timely and relevant, huh? The 1955 death of a kid. That's really.
Well, isn't there something that kid's parents now want the woman who accused him, I guess is still alive, to be tried for murder?
She should be. Shit.
I totally agree with that.
You lie about
Johnny,
something.
I've come to this conclusion that in the civil rights movement, there's so many people in the middle that just want to get along. And the problem is, on the extremes are two groups. On the white side, there's a bunch of people that don't want to believe that institutional racism, bigotry happened, right? And then on the other side, in the black community on the extremes, is that there's people that don't want to believe any progress has been made.
Yeah.
And those two people are the loudest. And they cause all the chaos. When the people in the middle are like, yeah, man, there's some fucked up shit. We're getting along better. We should all love each other. It's these extremes that get promoted by the media.
It was that dude. Mar had to hit on this briefly this week. The woman who wrote that book, the 1619 Project, like authored that, was kind of the lead force behind that. She came out this week and said something to the effect of, we shouldn't get caught up in Ukraine and worrying about what people who appear white are doing, like, are we sad because they appear white over there, and Mar was like, first of all, they don't appear white, they're white, in Ukraine, those are white people, but that's what they think, that everything is through race, Joy through that filter.
Joy Reid said the same exact thing.
Everything.
The only thing we care about them is because they're white. You're like, what?
Yeah.
You're just so dumb. It's literally your party.
Mar's point, though, was the thing you say a lot, which everybody only cares about their issue. And they think everything that goes on is related somehow to their issue.
It's the prism in which they see the world.
Exactly. It's like they have not rose-colored glasses, but like racist-colored glasses.
But if I would go to these people that are just who's saying that, right, or Joy, like, what is equality? Like, what is it? What is it? They never have a definition.
No, because that would mean that would have an endpoint.
Yeah, and their job would be done.
An endpoint. Yeah.
And they would be done.
No, this is going to go on forever. Okay, almost done here. Two more. These stories are actually related. I'm gonna roll these together. This is from Vice. Deepest hole in the ground is expected to unleash boundless energy. The geothermal startup Quaise Energy has raised $63 million in funding to tap the Earth's deep subterranean power. Interesting, huh? A company that plans to drill deeper into the Earth than ever before
Which is how far?
creating holes that would extend a record-shattering 12 miles under our planet's surface.
Think about that, Johnny.
Has raised a total of $63 million.
So, dude, that just there lets you know all that shit about the core
Here's an image.
and all that is all bullshit.
What do you mean?
Like, if they've gone, the deepest they've ever gone is 9 feet. I mean, 9 miles.
Yeah.
That's like the deepest, like 8 miles.
Well, they're saying they're going to go 20 kilometers, though, that down to where it gets hot and everything.
Well, we'll see.
Well,
dude.
and then that's related to this story, which is also this week. Geologists have closely analyzed 2 bizarre blobs detected deep inside Earth. Earth's interior is not a uniform stack of layers, despite what they told us in fucking elementary. Deep in its thick middle layer lie 2 colossal blobs of thermochemical material. To this day, scientists still don't know where both of those colossal
Earth,
structures
dude.
came from or why they have such different heights. But a new set of geodynamic models has landed on a possible answer to the latter mystery. These hidden reservoirs are located on opposite sides of the world, and judging from the deep propagation of seismic waves, the blob under the African continent is more than twice as high as the one on the Pacific Ocean. And what they've done is modeled these things. Look at this. Isn't this weird? Look at this, dude. It's like this, and look at this spinning example of it right here. Do you see this? It's these blobs, dude.
I'm telling you, that's inner Earth.
That's a
bro.
trip, isn't it? What if it's some kind of like system of like tunnels and
Ecosystem.
stuff? Yeah, like that people have dug out, like underground cities or something like that.
Ecosystem, bro.
I mean, it is predicated on this idea that the Earth is round, which
No, it's not.
no, it is. It have to be for this right here to be true.
No, okay, maybe. I don't care.
I mean, look at the
I have
image,
no
though. I mean,
horse
it's
in that
round. That's what I'm
race.
saying.
Johnny, I have no horse in that race.
This is from CBS 11. Prison for Texas woman convicted of fraud after stealing tons of cheese slices. 2 women from Texas are headed to prison after being convicted of conspiracy and committing $1.2 million in food stamp fraud. Ana Rioja and Maria Consuelo de Areno, both residents of Brownsville, pleaded guilty in 2021 of conspiring to commit and committing supplemental nutrition assistance for the SNAP fraud. On March 10, a district judge sentenced Rioja to 30 months in prison, and then Urano got 37 months in prison. Wait, hold on. I got to get the rest of the story. The conviction stemmed from an investigation that revealed the 2 of them and other co-conspirators exchanged SNAP benefits for cash by using a point-of-sale device at a local meat market. Authorities also discovered that they conducted fraudulent transactions at Sam's Wholesale Club. The investigation discovered that 715 fraudulent transactions were related to 83 unique SNAP benefit recipients. They fraudulently purchased more than 49 tons of American cheese slices, 22 tons of pinto beans, 1.6 tons of coffee, and 1.4 tons of instant mashed potatoes, and over 5,000 gallons of mayonnaise, which she would sell to a partner and transport to Mexico. Can you imagine going across the border? You got like...
So hold on. She's basically Robin Hood.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
She takes from the rich, gives to the poor.
I'm sure she was selling it, though. She wasn't giving it away.
That's true.
She was selling. But can you imagine trying to cross the border? You got like a ton of mayonnaise in the back of your car.
I mean, they don't even care. They're like, dude, I mean, there's a fucking 8 tons of mayonnaise here. Like, is it meth? Is it coke? Is it guns?
Let 'em go.
Let it through.
Let 'em go.
That should be the rule. We don't give a fuck, man.
I thought that was a good one to end on. Cheese.
Cheese.
Just cheese. People stealing cheese.
All right. So
What kind of world
I
are
hope
we
you
in?
enjoyed the show. Was it funny, Johnny?
Yeah, I think it was. One thing I want to talk to you more about in the future is
Sexually?
like drug shit. I want to talk to you more about drug stories, and you know, you kind of, what your life was like when you were struggling with that stuff. I think that's really interesting. You can help some people out potentially by talking about it. So.
Cool. I'll do that.
I'd like to talk about that. I'd also like next week to get back into traffic stories.
Okay.
Sam
So
Tripoli's
Johnny,
traffic court.
Johnny, here's the whole thing. We got Ryan Long coming in.
Oh yeah, we do. We got to talk about that too. I wrote that
What
down.
do you want to do? Wednesday or Thursday?
Well, let's do it when we're done with the podcast. We'll
Okay.
schedule.
All right, man. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll fucking rock and roll. Thank you guys. Leave a 5-star review. We'll read them next time. Promise.